Danny to pick this one up or Helios, depending to the need of their team. Now, NAOS will be locking in a Gwen, possibly from Mitsura. Are they testing things out is the question.
It could be. Like Gwen coming into a possible top side or even mid lane. We still don't know coming in for the side of NAOS, but good bans coming through. They ban away these ADs because expectedly Fennel will go and depend on the likes of Lucian, Ezreal. Ashe could still be left open by Fennel if they want to pick it up. So NAOS wants to remove a couple of champions here, left and right, by Danny. For Danny.
Fennel is actually the one banning away the Ashe of Mirmo. Just respecting if it will still go to the hands of Mirmo. Because the Baron laner could still be the Gwen, right? Like there's a lot of flexibility to the lineup of NAOS, but oftentimes when we see the Gwen get locked in, it's almost always going to the mid lane instead of it being in the Baron lane or the jungle, right? Like, so yeah, just from history and from stats alone, I think that Mitsura is really going for the Gwen, and no ban for NAOS. Meanwhile, Fennel will be rounding up their ban with the Sivir.
Yeah, Lucian's still left open if ever Fennel wants to pick it up for themselves. It's a really strong early game AD champion coming into the bottom lane, but going for the side of NAOS, they prioritize Vi to go into the jungle.
This is good. This is one of the best junglers for Fate. It allows for them to have one playmaker, because it's all about playmaking for NAOS, right? Their jungler's task is to find all those team fights that can be capitalized by NAOS time and time again. So this is really good, if you are to ask me. But this is just as good, because whenever you see Lee Sin being locked in, and for Chaz, you know, it's almost always going to be a good day for Fennel and their fans. Oh, instead of going for the Lee Sin, they will be going for the Chazix, which is just as deadly, if not more deadly.
Coming to their draft, because the thing is, Chaz has been using Kha'Zix for pretty much the longest time, centuries now, if you think about it, because Chaz with the Kha'Zix, pretty much synonymous to their name, have been doing a lot of steals back in the day, and I think that is also the strength and comfortability of Chaz when it comes to these champions. So I expect a lot of things for Chaz to do great things in game 2.
It's not just Chaz, right? Like the flexibility that this Zoe pickup of allowing Danny to still go for the Lucian and then Helios being playing the Zoe will be, I would say this is actually still a very, very good draft overall, considering fun for a 2-0. On the other side though, at least something positive for the side of NAOS is that they do have the assassin in the mid lane, which can actually win the lane against a very squishy Zoe. So Mitsura, with all his accolades, with all his very good games so far into the season, I feel that he has to step up, right? Like he has to show himself, because he was extremely passive in game number 1. Not his fault though, it was the Kassadin, but you know, in game number 2, there will be at least a little bit more opportunity for NAOS to go for fights that they want.
Yeah, we'll see, because right now draft has changed quite a bit, and this is game 2. Fennel in game number 1 has pretty much dominated the entirety of the early game. Now they have Lucian as well, so that could speak a lot as well when it comes to these early pacing, but nevertheless, NAOS could still have that chance to be able to turn things around.
It's just okay. A very quick change up. Danny would be the one playing Zoe, which is again the flexibility that they brought into their lineup. This is what I was talking about. Now Helios is able to play the Lucian, and we all know Helios. He's one of the best laners that we have here in the Philippines, especially in the mid lane. He's just pushing away Mitsura onto a corner, just netting some advantages, gold and XP wise against Mits.
Yeah, I mean this is an Akali matchup. Yeah, got hit. Really unfortunate, but Akali at level 1 is pretty much a bit useless, especially up against the likes of a Lucian of an early game champion. So this is one of the expectations when it comes to the laning phase.
Yeah, but he kind of threw away all the lead that he was getting just because of that hit from the tower shot. That's so big. especially in the first few minutes of the game. It's just not it's not allowed for you to get hit by towers, just because, you know, whatever you were able to get in terms of advantage, it can just easily be thrown away just because of, you know, the amount of kill potential from the Kali side. So yeah, at least some lucky breaks for NAOS, and also we just have seen they really committed for the Gwen pickup on the top side.
Top side matchup up against Fiora, and maybe later on we could expect Gwen to be able to match up into those team fights, but coming into this, there's just no one that can match up against the likes of Fiora in duels. So it's gonna be a hard time.
Fate, by the way, is also close to level 5, which means it's go time. If he wants to make a play, this could be a perfect opportunity for him, but you look who's here. It's a Ryzen. He's playing guard. He wants to make sure that his mid laner will still be safe in you know, being over aggressive. Oh,
Ryzen coming into the front lines up against Margot. CP Trouble Bubble will not connect as it just got body blocked by the caster minion.
and so now Ryzen has to go home just to build some items here and there and to regen back to full health. But again, with Mirmo, it's all about, you know, farming for the late game, especially against the Zoe, right? Hang on, Marco.
Horizon being caught up with a body slam from Marco. Good timing of the exhaust.
Yeah.
Brought down the mobility coming from Danny, but Faye comes through.
Ooh.
Has a cease and desist.
It's a 3v2.
Good utilization of Flash to caught up, and that will be the 1-for-1. Great explosive cast will not connect, but Chaz will do so much damage. Marmo will go down, and Margo just has no escape. There's nowhere to run but down, and that will be Chaz who takes the triple.
That's gift wrapped. Like, Merry Christmas, I guess, from NAOS, because this is what happens, right? With all those all-ends, and Chaz, by the way, very sick sidestep, just to make sure that that explosive cask won't hit. And with all the investment being thrown early, Chaz was there to get a triple kill, and I saw that from a mile away. Dude, this is going to be the Chaz show.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Chaz with the Kazakhs, there's no less expectation, right? When Chaz gets one of his main champions,
right,
it's just going to be chaos in the Rift. And thus far, it's currently happening. Triple kill coming into their game is a massive lead up against the opposing side in the jungle.
It's super massive, especially given the fact that, you know, it's Chaz the one piloting it. For other players, one will say that, you know, a triple kill is a very good advantage to have. But when we talk about Chaz and his history on the champion, I feel that, you know, that advantage turns from very good to very, very, very good. You know what I mean, right?
It's just because it's only applicable when Chaz gets his Kazakhs.
Right, exactly.
If that makes sense. It's part of the formula. Oh, for the viewers watching at home. Yeah.
Now, and so now with his advantage, he's just able to threaten, you know, more objectives for their squad. It's not yet over for NAOS though, but they have to be more mindful of the damage capability and potential of Chaz. Heading into the next objective, if possible, you know, just go for trades, because I don't think that they can contest Chaz and Fennel, you know, being this ahead.
Right now, Danny, their front lines long.
Wait, what?
Sleepy Trouble Bubble will not connect. Horizon, Call of the Forge God already used, knocks up onto 2, no follow-up. Gilios, the Kale, so much damage, and Murma just got deleted, but Fate will be able to get that answer back as Ornn will fall down. It's a 1-for-1, but fight's not over. Margot has to use the buddy stamp to retreat.
This is definitely confusing me right now, Infinity, because again, you know, now they know that they are at a very big disadvantage, and oftentimes when you are disadvantaged, the better choice is for you to go for a trade.
Okay. Vault Breaker, and that will be
right,
another kill for now.
At least something positive for now, right? Like, at least they were able to return the favor by getting a push on the top side.
Right Right now, it will be Horizon who wants to defend the tier 1 top side. See Trouble Bubbles as well. Connected onto Margo to follow up by Chaz. That will be a kill for Fennel once again.
Yeah, Fennel. With whatever glimmer of hope that NAOS was able to get on the top side, it was immediately shut down by the timely rotations of Fennel. And so now Fennel does have a 1.5k gold advantage, a 1 Dragon advantage, and more importantly, has a beast jungler already level 9. And I will not grow tired of again watching Chaz on this pickup, because again, it's all about his timely plays. The triple kill in the bottom lane, it was not possible if not for his patience, if not for his killer instinct coming in. He knew that NAOS would go over aggressive, and again, that's just, you know, Chaz things. When he can see plays ahead of time, and you know, oftentimes it's the positive ones that really basically defines his legacy.
Definitely is just so good. Onto the Kha'Zix being played out by Chaz, and right now coming into these objectives expectedly, Chaz has a significant advantage. Yes, significant advantage when it comes to gold, when it comes to kills, but on top of that, the history once again of Chaz with the Kha'Zix and being able to get a lot of these kills in the competitive scene, to say the least, is also a lot of times. So when it comes to these objective fights, expect a lot of things for Chaz.
Call the fourth card.
Connected onto Fate, followed up by Spelt into the backside with Murmo and Margo playing gatekeepers. They will be able to push back Fennel.
It's just for defense purposes, and again, you know, although it's a bit of a longer cooldown compared to the other ultimates, it will still bring positive things for Fennel. You look at this, Mitsura.
Chaz into the backside, gets pinned down. It's a 2v1, 3v1 as Danny comes in as well. But good utilization of the flash and the shroud to be able to retreat back. But Horizon, the CC's onto Vi, and that will be the cost of NAOS having Akali live through that fight.
Yeah, Mitsura saved, but in return, only for his own jungler to die, and it's just Chaz just waiting, right? Like Mitsura, with all his shuriken flip plus a flash, there was not a need for Fate to actually come in and you know, basically get himself in that position, because that's a one-way ticket.
Once again, being targeted.
Oh no.
The body time as well, along with Mitsura just being stuck onto the shroud.
No more flash.
And that will just be Fennel landsliding the bottom side of the map, and Mitsura just nowhere to run.
Yeah, all of the Force God could hit 3 members. Not yet, but the Sleepy Bubble.
Connected onto Margo. A perfect hit coming from Danny, but the trade back is secured. But Margo will be the next target. Horizon puts himself to the front. The CCs are good, and Fate will just be the target with a little bit more shield by time. And Calm will be the only one left coming into this fight with Horizon and Danny looking for him with CP Trouble Bubble, and Chaz with a perfect time will be able to just jump and get the kill.
Fennel is just playing with food right now. NAOS, time and time again, they're really looking for all the potential engages or disengages to really get themselves an advantage, but it does get denied easily here by Fennel's members. And you look at the play and confidence here coming in from Fennel. They're just enjoying a very good lead right now. Calm deciding that it's not worth the chase for Chaz. He just backs away, but in the end still got isolated. That's a double kill for Chaz, and a very good sizable lead for the members of Fennel.
Oh, did the game end? Oh, I thought the game ended. I was looking into that, but nevertheless, right now, Fennel 5k gold lead right out of the get-go, and this will be such a hard time and difficult time for the side of NAOS, because the thing is, we mentioned this, right? When you have the Lucian, you have the early game advantage, and Fennel just ballooned it quite significantly well. And Mitsura having perspective into the backside as well, having a look on the Helios, catching up. Margo on the body slam delays it, but Chaz will be able to get that execute. It answers back as both junglers fall down. Murmo won't be left alone. No sponge to take the damage, and NAOS just got aced by Fennel.
Almost aced, because there's still one buddy alive for NAOS. But it's almost considered as an ace because with the way Fennel opened things up, they were able to get another objective for themselves, the dragon, and plus the second tier tower in the mid lane. I guess it's safe to say, Infinity, that this is 90% favored to the side of Fennel, right? Like
It's
that we
probably
won't
100% at this point.
really.
With how much lead? With how much lead Chaz already has? 714, 1.8k gold lead from the opposing jungler. It's just too much lead.
Surely, it's those are the leads that we often see from the CN teams against teams of NAOS caliber. But again, it's a combination of both, right? Like Fennel being almost perfect with their play, and another engage here coming in from Chaz.
Connected onto 2. Margo will be the target, follow up by Horizon.
Ask
for the CC as Margo will be able to return away. No full all-ins by both sides.
Yeah, NAOS was able to survive luckily, and I think it was the first time there's an engage coming in from Fennel that did not net a kill towards the side of Fennel, and that's another bubble connecting onto Fate. But Margo at least is there to serve as a bodyguard. Another bubble connect coming in from Danny, and his skill shots today is just very accurate for sure.
Yeah, it is. It's very accurate.
It is.
But coming into this fight, as we have mentioned already, Fennel already has a massive lead that it will be so difficult for NAOS to turn things around. But they start up the fight, cease and desist. But there's just so much follow-up coming from Danny and the likes. And NAOS just is forced to retreat, is forced to back away with nothing of value in return.
They went for the engage against Chaz, but Chaz being this ahead, as you said, 7 kills already, was able to buy himself a stasis enchant already without slowing his damage potential. This is the luxury that you have when you are this far ahead. And again, with one press of a button, he was able to dissuade the assassination attempt coming in from NAOS. Now Mitsura is trying to challenge 2 people.
Fate coming in as well. Bolt Breaker goes into the distance. Danny just waiting behind the hills. Sleepy Trouble bubble connected onto Fate. Has to use the Bolt Breaker to run away. Margo will be the sacrificial lamb, and that will just be Helios catching up. Good use of the flash though to be able to turn things around. Explosive cast to delay that fight, but at the cost
Margo is ignited.
Of one member. The jungler of NAOS was already deleted. CP Trouble Bubble puts Calm to sleep, and Spelt just came in at the right time, and that will be a triple kill for Fennel.
Now with only 2 members alive for NAOS, there is a potential for Fennel to just go and lock down this Baron once again. They don't have a jungler, which means that there's no smite available towards Fennel, and so wisely they just back away. And again, this is even a better play for me, right? Like, if you are Fennel, there's no reason for you to start this Baron. You could just wait for the 3rd dragon. And again, it's the soul that we're talking about. Infernal Soul about to join Fennel here in this game will be massive. And you did say 100% win rate, right? For Fennel with how the game has progressing. I kind of agree with you now because I feel that now it's close to impossible for them to get back into this game.
Maybe there's like a 0.0001%, like 99.99%, like alcohol does.
Sure. Yeah, like at least not 100%, right? Like 99.5%.
Yeah,
there is still a chance for NAOS to come back, right? But it will have to come from a 1 miracle steal on towards the 3rd dragon dying the soul.
Not even
there's a lot of,
but like the elder, they need Baron, but yes,
that's the reason why I said 1, right? Like that's 1, and then number 2 will be to go for a an epic monster steal, Baron or an elder. So
but at this point,
super impossible.
Yeah, super impossible. Like Fennel's not giving any breathing room for the side of NAOS, and I guess this is pretty much just formalities from here on forward, right? Just wait for the opportunity for these objectives to come through. Fennel will pounce onto these objectives, and then NAOS will try to attempt to steal, but Fennel will just go and
Margo
out for these engages. Right, it's just too difficult. Helios will be able to retreat with a flash and a proto belt. there's just so much mobility. Mitsura, chicken flip, will take down the Lucian. So that's their winning condition here. But the thing is, every single one of them was just getting deleted one by one. Horizon coming to the backside, 1 HP left. Mitsura just single-handedly turned things around. How did that happen?
He is still him. And Mitsura on the Akali still needs to be respected. Now Speltz is trying to chase Fate.
Oh, just an overextension here though. This might just slows him down a bit. Danny wants to go in for the response along with a flash. CP Trouble Bubble connected on to Vi. And this will be a 2v2 now down left. Mitsura will be able to take that kill onto Danny. But Speltz up against Mitsura. It's an assassin up against a Baron laner. With 1 HP though. Yeah, blue and red buff to the side of Mitsura. This will be a massive advantage, but Speltz will not pursue for that 1v1.
Mitsura is refusing to lose. At least there's some positive hope for now as he's already close to level 15. But the problem is this dragon. Oh no! If this joint Fennel, that's it. I just don't see NAOS coming back from this massive of a deficit, and now the Infernal. So this is just going to augment their damage further, and you know, those are the things that we often see from the heroics or from the heroes. You know, it's too little too late, I guess, is what I want to say. Because Mitsura is definitely a positive point for NAOS, but again, with the big deficit that NAOS is facing, now gifting even more advantage to the side of Fennel. Mitsura,
this is a level 14 versus level 15, but with Chaz having a passive of isolation damage and the lead that he was able to take, it is just the death of him that leads and awaits him. Oh! That will be it. Horizon will take it down with a Call of the Forge God.
Yeah, Call of the Forge God. It's a very satisfying kill, right? Like, whenever that happens. And the Elder Dragon basically is on the menu here for Fennel, especially without the primary mid laner and carry of NAOS Esports. Fennel can just start this dragon, and NAOS is trying to go for a desperate play of a trade here.
Horizon coming in as well in the front lines. Margot is just waiting. Danny is isolated, but good utilization of the stasis and trying to buy time, but Danny's already down. And Helios uses up the flash to clutch up Tom, getting a lot of damage up against Helios, but looking into the mid lane, it's Speltz who's able to get that split push happening for the team.
Trying to dance, Fate.
Good come in, Chaz, as he pursues for the kill. Murmur just got deleted, now Margot, Calm, and Mitsura, the only one left standing here for the side of NAOS. Horizon just isolated, has to use up the stasis. Helios being caught up by Mitsura, and that will be a 2 trade, and NAOS wanted! They get the kill in return, but Horizon just has to say goodbye.
At least they were able to control the damage by taking away some of the Elder Dragon buff. And getting some shutdown kills as well. But Fennel, now with the Baron empowered minions for all their members, they do have the double trouble here. Infinity. You have the Infinity Gauntlet, basically. I'm casting with Infinity, and his Gauntlet comes into play here. 3 dragons, 1 Elder Dragon, 1 Baron. What more can you ask for if you're Fennel?
There's nothing else, right? There's just so much pressure. Along with that, there's also super minions coming into the mid lane. And there's just so much lead for Chaz, for the players, for the side of Fennel here in game 2. We said 99.95%. Maybe this time around it's like 99.6%.
It's yeah, along those range for sure.
Calm now being caught up by spells. They answer back with a cease and desist with Bolt Breaker as well. Mitsura takes the kill. CP Trouble Bubble denies Mitsura with the possibility for contact. But Mitsura with a good sidestep will be able to get the kill in return. Helios coming in top side of the map.
Good.
Just no escape from Mitsura. That will be the kill. Horizon knocks up onto Margot, but this time they're just on the push. They're just on the hunt. Calm is just getting hunted down bits and pieces, and Fennel takes the ace for themselves with a Nexus open. They will secure the win up against NAOS.
It's a 2-0 for Fennel, and they should be up and celebrating because this is a very much needed win for them if they kind of still want